And we are live! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Trades by Bren. I'm Bren. Thanks for being here. Welcome to my live stream. We're going to be day trading SP500 futures. That's what you're seeing on your chart. That's me. That's my chart. This is TradingView. If you're curious about the tools I'm using, hit the link in the description. And also do me a favor and let me know how the levels are sounding. We're going to have a look at YouTube so we can get these comments going. There's 3 rules of the chat. If you're new here, let me share the rules with you. The first one is mention your name and your city upon entering. Okay? Your name and your city upon entering. That's rule number 1. Number 2. So, like my man Alex from Tampa. Shout out, dude. Number 2, positive vibes only, okay? The internet's filled with enough negativity. We want none of that here. No exceptions on that rule. Number 2, positive vibes only. Number 3, talk to each other, not just me. Why? We're building a community. So those are the 3 rules of the chat. Now let's look at the chart. Pause. Hold up. Before we look at the chart, what do we have to do? We have to make sure that we have our checklist. You need a checklist. You need a process. Process is a good way of ensuring that you do your thing in the right order, in the right sequence. One of the hardest things in trading is creating order, because the markets are basically endless opportunity, endless freedom, endless choices, endless everything, right? I mean, there's always more than one way to look at every single setup. So rules are how you bring order to the chaos. So I always start with my before, during, and after journaling. So I did my AM rituals. We started the recording. Mental game warm up. We are in state. We are in state, baby. In state. Little Tony Robbins there. No FOMC today. Technical analysis. We're doing that now. We just started our timer. And let's draw some lines. Okay. So what you can see is that on the electronic trading hours, we gapped up. Okay. So that's a large gap up. Now let's draw some lines. Hive yesterday. Line number 1. Okay. So here's my process. Next, measure the gap. 20-point gap up. Mark it on the chart. 20-point gap up open. Okay. Let's make that orange. Actually, let's make that green because that's bullish. All right. Also, guys, thanks for sticking with me. I moved into a new home. So the stream on Tuesday was messed up because I did not have my internet connection set up yet. But now we are blazing fast. I'm probably streaming twice as fast as in the old house. So the quality should be good. The picture should be good. If there's any issue, just let me know in the chat and I'll fix it immediately. But we should be good. Okay, so I've been looking at the 15-minute chart just because after hours, that's what I'll do. Yesterday we got long down here, which was great, and then we scalped twice, which was also awesome. But today's a new day, and the problem with trading is that the market doesn't give a shit what you did yesterday. That's the thing that's tough about trading. The market doesn't give a shit about what you did on your last trade. The market doesn't give a shit about you at all whatsoever. Okay? Doesn't give a shit about you. Doesn't give a shit about me. We got to take this trade like it's our first trade. Like we've never taken a trade before. Like nothing's existed until this moment in time. Because every moment in the market is unique. You have to trade what's happening right now. So we're not thinking about the past. Yes, we're grateful. We're grateful for yesterday and the day before. Okay? But it means nothing. New day means nothing. Start over. Start over. Every day, every moment, we're starting fresh. So what we see is a gap up. Now, I was watching this pre-market as I was getting ready for the stream. And since there is a big gap up, let's just show that, okay? All this was happening previously, okay? Now, what do you see right now? We're testing the moving average. So let's see what happens. Very common, you get a gap up and then a pullback to the moving average. But on the regular trading hours, we're still 10 points above it. And look at, since the open, okay, since the gap up, look at the bulls, completely lost steam. And the bears start selling. So so we drew our, what happened to our line? Huh. I don't know what happened to our lines. Either way, I know I drew a line here. I don't know what happened to it, but there is the hive yesterday. Okay, I remember drawing the gap up and the, okay, that's strange. Either way, okay, we got a 20-point gap up. Let's try this again. Okay, so we'll just go like that. And we're gonna make that green because that's bullish, right? Notice this is a gap, but if we switch to the electronic trading hours, you can see that's that. Okay, so this is sort of like psychedelic, right? It's like you have all this up compressed into this. Okay, now we don't need to look at all that because we know it's just up. Okay, so we'll just draw a line there. All right, get that energy up. Possible bottom here, but we need to see some more bullishness. Bulls need a strong buy signal if they're going to show, because look, we're testing the moving average on the electronic trading hours, right? Okay, so let's see what the bulls do here. Does not look convincing, right? Does this look convincing to you? Does this look very bullish to you? No. I mean, I don't know what you see, but that does not seem bullish to me, right? That seems puny. That seems weak. That seems small. That seems like a pause in this bear channel. Okay, so let's draw the line. So step number 1 is draw your lines. So we do that. Okay. Step number 2, hive yesterday. First line, hive yesterday. Hive yesterday, low of yesterday, whichever one's closest. Draw it. Okay. That's it. There we go. Right there. And that's that. Next, gap up. Next, bear and bull case. So bear case is that we're in a bear channel. Okay. So that's one possibility. But let's look at the daily chart. Now guys, I've been pointing this out to you day after day after day. Look at the moving average. Okay. How was I confident in getting long yesterday over here and the day before? Because I knew we were right by the moving average. And look what happened last time we got to the moving average, right? Look what happened where we didn't even get to the moving average and the bulls started buying. Look at what happened when we touched the moving average here. Boom. Look at what happened when we touched the moving average here. Boom. Okay. So the rule is trade the pattern until the chart shows you the pattern is changed. Okay. Changed or changing. I don't see anything yet. Well, I mean, we're seeing bullishness. We're seeing the pattern continue. Look, doesn't this look kind of similar to this? Yeah, kind of. We had a doji and then we had a big move up, right? Here we had a doji and we had a big move up. So it looks like this, okay? Looks like this. Doji, big move up, okay? So bullish means EMA is support. So that's what we've got down here. but we got to see what happens on a shorter time frame. So the one thing is that's what's happening on a higher time frame, right? But a lot of times what happens on a higher time frame doesn't exactly translate to the 5-minute time frame. You have to make sure that you don't give the daily chart too much, because we're going from a daily time frame, meaning each candle is 1 day, to a 5-minute time frame. Okay, so this could be a pullback a lot. Basically, within a day, if this whole candle is going to last the whole day and close at the end of the day, this has got 6 hours and look at 6 hours and 49 minutes on this candle. A lot can happen. Okay, so we got to be prepared for all possibilities. Now look at what's happening now. Bears are selling at that trend line. Okay, so that's our bear case. Okay, now are we going to see a test of the EMA down here? Yeah, I think that's likely. Okay, so reasonable short, but we do need a sell signal. 3 consecutive bull bars. ATR 6. Bull case. 1, 2, 3 pushes down. Wedge. Let's leave up the electronic trading hours, as now we've got a bottom, possible bottom here. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna get out, break even on that one. Not enough data. Shout out to my man Celio. Celio, what's up? Represent Tulsa. Welcome back, dude. Okay, so I need a little more time to let my brain kind of process what's happening. It looks bearish to me, but the context is for the bulls, because why? That. Sorry. This. Okay. That. Yeah, let's wait and watch. We got in here short, looking at this as a bear channel. Okay, expecting down. However, look at the moving average. Moving average is holding as support. So Now we have a higher low. That's our bull case. Okay. That's our bull case. Let's see if the bulls can get a decent buy signal here. Yeah. I'm thinking bullish now. Was thinking bearish, but look to the left, right? That's a 25-point move up, about a 50% pullback. Okay, this is 50% of this. So let's see what the bulls can do here. You've also got a triangle. There's your triangle. There's your triangle. Yeah. Alex P, thanks. Yesterday was great. Day before that was great. On a bit of a winning streak, which is fun, but can't take that for granted. I wonder what happens when I do that. Does the music go away when I switch the screen like that, guys? Unless the bears can get it closed below. Support, 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 support. However, it's reasonable to expect a test of the regular trading hours EMA. But let's see. Okay. It's easy to get analysis paralysis if you give yourself too many points of reference. You know what I'm saying, guys? Okay. Now we're starting to see it. There we go. HR is 2.8. Okay, now we're starting to see it. This looks super weak, doesn't it? Weigh these. Weigh the odds. See the size of these bar bodies? Compare that to right. So we've got a few data points. Big selling, but two legs down, okay? And a wedge. Wedge bottom. Lower low, double bottom. You know, or wedge bottom, depending on how you draw it, right? You could say that's a wedge bottom. Different ways to draw it, doesn't really matter. You've got two or three pushes down, depending on how you're looking at it, okay? And then the bulls tried. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times here, okay? They failed, right? And now the bears are selling. So that was my initial position. But there's clearly buyers down here. So let's see. Maybe Maybe a scalp below the low. Right, that's a possibility. Moving average is key. This is why I'm always telling you guys. Moving average, most important indicator. Probably the only indicator you need, honestly. I mean, it's up to you, but. Market wants to go lower. So the question is, will we, if we switch to the regular trading hours, okay, will we get a test of the regular trading hours EMA? Let's see. Trading range price action. Lots of tails, right? You've got tails on the tops and the bottoms of every candle. We're waiting and we're watching. Waiting and watching. Real comfortable. Real comfortable waiting and watching. Real comfortable doing nothing. You know. Get your Buddha. Get that Buddha presence going. You know what I'm saying? This guy. Right? Where's my Rafiki? I just moved. I got a lot of shit in boxes, so Rafiki's somewhere else. Okay, I was short up here. But if I see the moving average holding a support and I'm short, it's not a good look. So I'm glad I got out. But we gotta see what happens. Chris, welcome to the stream. Trade station. Chris, 3 rules of the chat. Introduce yourself and your city upon entering. Rule number 1. Rule number 2. Positive vibes only. Rule number 3. Talk to each other, not just me. Chris, I'm in San Diego. How cool is that? Shout out to my man Chris, tuning in from San Diego. I'm in San Diego. Hell yeah. Shout out to my man Nigel Albany. What's up, dude? Thanks for being here, guys. Welcome to the stream. $22 seconds on the candle. Buying below here, expecting a small move up at least. ATR 3.6. Shout out to El Cajon. I'm in Carlsbad, Chris. You know where that is? Okay. So, as you can see, we're risking 2 points to make 3. Well-structured trade. Why is my profit target 3? Because the ATR is 3.6. Will the bulls buy below the moving average? Probably. And also, this is a triangle, right? Chris, you want to learn technical analysis. Notice the triangle. We're in profit. But we don't count our chickens before they're hatched, right? You guys know about that? Don't count the chickens before they're hatched. Right? Two minutes on the candle. Buyers coming in. 3 ticks from our profit target. Two ticks from our target. Minute 29 on the candle. 27. And we got it, baby. Ow! Yeah! Oh, come on. Do that money dance. Do that money dance. Give me some dollar signs in the chat, guys. Give me some dollar sign emojis in the chat. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what we doing. We got that reversal. Oh, we nailed that reversal. Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. We'll do a quick review in a second. Let me get my money dance on. Come on. If you see me dancing, that means I made money. Come on. Dollar sign emojis in the chat. Order filled, exactly. It's a good morning, baby. Life is good, man. This, because of this. This. And then this. That's my money dance. Oh. Ow. Oh. Where's my Dave Chappelle? Oh, come on, come on. There we go. Yes. Okay, enough partying. Back to work. All right, so let's do a quick review, okay? Got in, saw that pre-market, we had this big move up, okay? Now, first of all, on the daily chart, we're in this channel pattern. And notice on the daily chart, anytime we touch the moving average or get close to it, the bulls got to move up. It happened here, it happened here, it happened here, it happened here again, okay, in the last few days. Boom, move up. So I was getting long down here. Now, if we switch back to the 5-minute chart, that was the daily, this is the 5-minute. This is pre-market, okay? The open of the day is right at 6:30 Pacific, which is right there, okay? And so we got this big move up pre-market, but then as soon as the market opened, we sold off, okay? Now, bar number 2 of the day, it's right here, big sell-off. The bulls tried to buy, but they failed. Bears got another big bar on the. Now look, we went up, you know, that's a 25-point move up or so. And then immediately within the first, 20 minutes of the day, we were pulling back. Bears are getting a sell off 10 points. Okay. So that shows you strong selling pressure. So initially I was short, right? Initially I was short, and you can see my executions on the chart now where I was short here and I was saying, okay, the bulls seem to be failing here, okay? They were failing here, right? Just look at, this is not even anything special here, right? I'm just looking at the size and the magnitude of this candle. Look at the size of the bar body. Now look at the size of these bar bodies. Puny, big and strong, okay? So I'm just saying that, there's selling pressure. How do you know selling pressure? Well, you just weigh the probabilities based on visually what you can see, which side is stronger. So on the one hand, if you look to the left, we've got buying pressure because of this strong move up. However, now you've got selling pressure and we're moving down. So I'm seeing 0 signs of buying pressure here, only selling pressure, which means you don't want to be buying here. You want to be short. And then I see the bulls finding support at the moving average. That's the blue line. But look, they tried once, they tried twice, they tried 3 times. And this is right when I was getting short, expecting move down. Now we got the move down. We got a small move down. However, as I saw this doesn't show strong selling, okay? So notice the size of this candle is big. And then the size of this bear candles on my chart are black, is not big, right? You've got a tail on the top and the bottom. So this tells me if you see lots of tails, lots of overlap, this is trading range price action, okay? So in other words, if you were to buy down here, you'd get a quick little scalp move up here. So you could buy there as long as your profit target's small, okay? And when I see a channel pattern, I'd rather, unless it's a really strong trend, I'd rather fade the trend because it's probably a trading range. Why do I think this is a trading range? Because there's so much buying and that we're bullish on a daily time frame, okay? So I'm probably, if I'm selling, I'm probably going to be scalping, small profit target. So that's that. But what happened here is that I got out of my position break even, out of my short position break even, because I just saw that there really wasn't strong momentum to the downside. Then I'm like, okay, maybe they'll be buying here, right? The bulls are buying. What this shows you is that the bulls were buying at the moving average, but it also shows you that they're not very confident, which is why they bought and sold. That's why there's tails on the tops of all of these bars, and the bars are really small. So I'm like, okay, reasonable to be long because of this and this, okay? Good location for a long, okay? There's strong buying here, strong buying here. We're still near the moving average on the daily chart. So I'm looking to get long. Now we also have confirmation because as I showed you pre-market, you've got this big move up there, okay? So what I did is I executed my setup number 3. Now, if you're curious about my favorite setups, hit the link in the description and check out my 3 favorite setups. I share my setups with you. Number 1, to thank you for supporting the channel, and number 2, to keep myself accountable. So I have 3 setups that I trade: breakouts, pullbacks, reversals. Reversals are for trading range price action. When I see this, I'm thinking trading range price action. So my setup number 3, as you can see, if you go to the link in the description or it's on the screen, tradesbybrent.com/3setups, my setup number 3, and I show an example of this, right? Where I go 1 tick below the low, okay? And I go for a reversal. So if the market's heading down and I want a quick move up, I want to fade the trend, I want to go for the reverse of what's happening for a quick bounce in the opposite direction, I'm going to put my entry here, okay? Because that's 1 tick below here. So it can be at the low or 1 tick below. I like 1 tick below, but either way. Then I'm going to put my stop somewhere down here, okay? Most likely, I'm going to make my stop loss a measured move of this candle here, okay? So that would put my stop loss here, okay? And then for my profit target, I'm gonna look at the ATR. ATR is on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. That's the average candle size. So I want to know what is the last 5 candles. What has been the size of the last 5? And when we were here, it went from 3.2 to 3.6. So I said, okay, I'm going to go for 3. Profit target at 3. Okay. Now, if I'm buying below the low of this candle, and I'm going for a profit target which is smaller than the average candle size, then statistically speaking, just based on the averages, my profit target's getting hit based on the averages. Is that a guarantee? No. Do I think it's a guarantee? No. If I think of it as a guarantee, is that a death sentence? Yes. Nothing in trading is a guarantee. And if you think it is, you are fucking yourself, okay? So never think it's a guarantee. However, I'm just following my system. My system says that if I buy below the prior low, which was right here, that we'll go a little bit below it and then we'll get a move up. Why? Because this is a channel. This is a channel. And what happens in channels is that bears who are short, expecting more down, start taking profits at new lows, and bulls scalp new lows, okay? Just like I did. So that's how we got that move up, and that's quick money. That's quick money, baby. Quick money, starting the day with the win. A perfect example of how you get in with one idea. Sometimes you have to course correct and adjust, right? My first idea was incorrect, sort of, although we did get that move down, which I was expecting, but it didn't fit my setup, right? Because if I'm trading with the trend, I want the trend to be strong. And I could see that this is not a strong bear trend. In fact, it would be stupid for me to expect a strong bear trend if this is what the daily chart looks like and we're close to the moving average. So I'm not expecting a strong bear trend. I was just going for a scalp. However, it would be better to go, if I'm scalping, I'm looking for a small profit target, it would be better to actually buy a new low. That's an effective way. That's an effective way of trading a channel, right? Buy a new low. Bear channel, buy new lows. It's an effective setup. And if you understand, and here's a little higher level price action here. If you understand that a channel is a tilted trading range. A channel, this is a channel. It's a trading range, but sideways, like diagonal, it's like tilted sideways, okay? Then you can just, what I do is I just kind of like tilt my head and I go, okay, well, if this was a trading range, I'd be buying down here and I'd be scalping. And so that's exactly what I did. Simple. Simple. Simple to understand, harder to execute. But also takes practice. That's all. Yeah, me too, dude. Where's our Chappelle? Yeah. Okay, now we've got a wedge bottom. We got a wedge bottom and a double bottom. Extremely, Chris. Extremely. It still is. Trading is difficult. It's extremely difficult. Anyone that tells you otherwise is lying. You see someone clicking buttons and making money? You see someone clicking buttons and making money and you go, oh, that looks easy. I could click buttons and make money. It's not that easy. There's a lot of things you don't see. And also, as you get better, the challenges then are not always obvious. As you get better, the challenges are not always obvious, right? As you get better, the challenges can come from what happens after the session ends, right? If you know how to place a trade and win, well, then what happens after you win? You let that get to your head and then you go back in later thinking you're hot shit and then you lose and give back the profits that you made? You know what I'm saying? Or what happens the next day? You know? So there's always a challenge in trading, always. And you're gonna get challenged every single day. Either it's gonna come before the session, right? Maybe getting up on time or something like that, right? Or maybe like having the discipline to do your pre-trading rituals to get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? Or having the patience to draw your lines and wait for that right setup. Maybe that's the challenge. Maybe it comes before the session. Maybe it comes during the session, right? You get stopped out and you get angry and you start revenge trading. Maybe the challenge comes after, right? You have a great session, you perform really well, but then like I said, it gets to your head and then you go back and trade an unplanned session, or you pull up your phone because you can't just pull yourself away, and then suddenly you're trying to trade on your phone and you do something stupid because you can't really trade on your phone because you can't see enough data because the screen's not big enough, and you do something stupid. So the challenge will come before, during, or after, and there's always a challenge every day. So you got to be ready for that. And if you think it's easy, or if you ever expect it to be easy, you'll probably get slapped. Let's just put it that way. So to be clear, not only was trading hard for me at first, but I'm asserting, my argument is that trading is hard for everyone. Always. There's always some sort of challenge. You get used to managing the challenge, but at best case scenario, it's a challenge you're used to managing, but the challenge never goes away. Is that enough to get long? I don't know. Might be. It's a pretty weak breakout. Although you do have a wedge bottom and a double bottom, right? Wow, my face fits so nicely right into that little window in the bottom there. Perfect. Bathroom break. Bathroom break. Be right back.
Black giggle.
BeatStars.com. 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 BeatStars.com.
El chakra es un camión de remolque.
And we're back. How you doing? I'm back. Copy. Paste. There you go. Yeah. Alex P, thanks for being here, my brother. Drive safe. See you on Tuesday. I will be back Tuesday, 7 a.m.
El chakra
Pacific
es un
time.
camión de remolque.
Okay, so what do we do now? Bulls tried to get the breakout, failed. Bears started selling again. So we just adjust our line. Right, so that's the top of the channel now. Will the buyers come in? I think they will at some point. But as I've been saying, reasonable to expect a test of the regular trading hours. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for, is to see if we test this. Chris, question from Chris. Who are your favorite traders on YouTube? Tom Hugard, Al Brooks. But to be honest,
El chakra
very few.
es un camión
Very few traders on YouTube are for real. Very few traders on YouTube are for real. That's the problem. There's a lot of shenanigans in this industry. It's hard to know who to trust. And I gotta be honest. The best traders are not on YouTube. Except for me. No, there's some good traders on YouTube. There's just very few.
El chakra es un camión de remolque.
Life is good. Grateful to be alive. Grateful to be here with you guys. Grateful to be day trading, clicking buttons, making money. So fun. This is the most fun game I've ever discovered. The funnest game I've ever found. Funnest. Yes, it funnest. I think funnest is a word. I don't think funner is a word. Maybe you guys can check me on that. So it's a channel. You got buying at the bottom, selling at the top, right? I call this a ping pong pattern because you draw your lines and then it's just a lot of pinging and ponging in between the lines, back and forth. Notice that what we're looking at is the opposite of what's happening on the daily chart. This is a bullish ping pong pattern. See? Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. And we're either ping ponging from the moving average up to the top of the channel, or, you know, to the channel line. Channel line and the moving average almost the same, right? But it's just a lot of pinging and ponging. Pinging and ponging about. And what you want to do is, you know, sell the top or buy at the bottom. Or sell and hold. It's just, if you're short, the momentum down is weak, right? We are now at 8 o'clock, almost 8 o'clock Pacific. So in the course of an hour and a half, we've gone down a grand total of 10 points. And you would need to, I mean, I think you need to enter on a sell signal. So let's say you entered on that sell signal. You know, you're just not really moving much. You'd wait like an hour to make 4 points. That's no good. So better to be scalping, entering at the top or the bottom of the channel. Simply put. If we get down to the moving average, I do think there'll be buyers there. Yeah, that's a good location for a long.
BeatStars.com.
Now you've got a bottom here.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna touch that EMA, but let's see. Bear's getting multiple closes below the EMA. 1, 2. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, but not getting much movement. Also, this bar body completely below the moving average. Not much you can say when the market's going sideways like this.
BeatStars.com.
Yeah, just market showing it wants to go lower. But then keeps finding buyers. So we're sideways.
BeatStars.com.
A lot of trading is waiting. Waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. You gotta learn to love it. A lot of trading is waiting. What a chair. Wow. More sideways action. Yeah, exactly, Chris. Consolidation, but like since here, really. Since here. So that's $12 candles go sideways. And we're patient. We're patient. Willing to wait for the move. Wait for the setup. Never needing to rush it. No problem. This is the market right now. Again, bear selling at the top of that channel, right? So if I'm a bear, I'm putting my entry at the prior high or tick above the prior high, and I'm scalping, right? So let's say the market was right here, right? Let's say the market was right here, right? Market's right here. Okay, I put my entry right at that higher one tick above it. I set my profit target to just below the ATR. ATR is 2. So there you go. Enter there at the prior high. Scalp for the ATR. Boom, right there. See that? See how that works? That is an effective strategy. But as I said, I'm waiting for this. And I think we'll touch CMA. Five seconds. 2-minute chart. Buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. Bear bull, bear bull, bear bull. You see that? That is called trading range price action. Chris playing with the emojis. I like my entry. Looking at scalp, 1 tick below the low. 2 ticks below the low, actually, in this case. Right at that EMA. Gonna execute. Looking for a bounce here. Going to adjust this 2 points, 2 ticks down rather. Last candle was 2.2, going for 2 points. Let's go, baby. Minute left on the candle. Patience. Great entry. Staying calm. Three minutes left on the candle, 306. Market's constantly trying to weigh you down. Minute 18 on the candle. Bulls holding the price at the moving average, but looking weak. We may have to go lower. $38 seconds on the candle. Willing to have my stop down here so I can manage the trade effectively if this is not the bottom. Three, two, one. Doji. Will the bulls buy new lows? They have every time so far. Let's see. $250 on the candle. So that's half of a 5-minute candle. Bull's not getting it done, but still half the candle left and holding at the moving average. So if we need a dip below the moving average to find bars, I don't know. I mean, let's just go with what we're seeing right now. We're seeing the bulls are stopping the bears at the EMA. They're slow to start buying. They've yet to get a close. We want a bull close. That's what we want to see. Some buyers coming in as this candle proceeds, although weak. So let's see. Patience is a virtue. Minute 22 left. $60 seconds left on the candle. I see the bars coming in here because I'm long. So that's what I see. Simple premise. Bars at the moving average. And we did it, baby. Winning. All right. Where's my money dance? We did it, guys. Oh! 2 wins in a row. That's what we're talking about. So, my man Yusuf, where do I see bars coming in? I saw bars coming in at the EMA. I called it out all morning. Simple premise. Big gap up, 20-point gap up, move down, test the moving average, finding bars at the EMA. Stupidly simple trade. Give me some dollar sign emojis in the chat. Ow! We did it, guys. We did it. We did it. We're clicking buttons. We're making money. Come on. Come on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. This guy. This is what got the win for us, right? This is how you maintain calm. You gotta maintain calm. You gotta maintain calm. Well executed scalp. Simple trade, buying at new lows, buying at the EMA. 2 different data points lining up. We've also got a very strong bullish context from the gap up. All right. Thank you, Celia. Life is good, baby. Okay, back to work. Enough celebrating. Enough celebrating. Back to work. Man, it is a slow morning. It is just slow as fuck. And this is not fun to trade when the market's moving like a snail. The market's moving slower than a obese person in a marathon race. Oh man. Okay. I think that's gonna do it for me, guys. If you want to get my 3 favorite setups, hit the link in the description or go to the link on the screen, tradesbybren.com/3setups. I share with you my 3 favorite patterns that I look for. The patterns that have allowed me to pass the 150K top step evaluation multiple times. I also share with you how I reduce my risk, where I put my stop loss, and how I set my profit targets. And I give that to you for free just to say thank you for supporting the channel, helping us get to 10,000 subscribers. If you want to check that out, I give it away for free. Go to tradesbybren.com/3setups. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And I'll see you next time. I'm here Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 a.m. Pacific. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 a.m. Pacific. I love you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for being here.